The unluckiest players at your table.
Why is it always one?
There's always one.
There's always that one guy that their goals just never line up.
Tail.
Yeah, Tail and Guardbros, but I think Guardbros unlucky in games, but he's also incredibly unlucky in life in general.
Yeah.
But look, let's get into this thread. I think there's a lot of fun, and like we've all came across this before.
Be Not Me, playing a paladin, travelling through a cave. Cave has anti-magic field, so half the party is basically useless. Party gets attacked by slimes, tries to fight them in melee, gets stuck in one, fails con save despite max con, drowns to death, comfortably fails all 3 death saves despite max con. DM takes pity. Paladin meets with his god and is given a second chance at life. Next session. Party gets attacked by a banshee. Everyone gets frightened except Paladin. Everyone else runs away. Paladin stays back and fights. Banshee rolls high and accidentally drowns Paladin. Oh no!
Is there some form of like witches? You gotta drown witches? Is this like the reverse for Paladin?
Maybe. Paladin rolls nat 1 on his death save. Everyone else out of Banshee's range, so Banshee finishes Paladin's off. Paladin's god just says, "Seriously? You're back already?" Another from the same guy in a different campaign. Playing a cleric. Cleric of Ra. Splits off from the party and gets attacked by random thugs in the city. Loses because of bad rolls and gets robs of weapons and armour. Doesn't get killed though, so that's a slight win. Later on, party is travelling through desert to next city. Cleric is unprotected from sun and has to roll con save.
Oh mate, that'd be me fucked.
That would be you fucked. Fails. Almost dies of sunstroke. Cleric of the sun god almost gets killed by the sun. He also almost had a character die from a splinter in a one-shot.
Aye.
Splinter of a crossbow or something.
Yeah.
Of a wand.
Oh mate, no, there was who was it? Do you remember that story? We did it ages ago. This was one of the first ones you ever did about the party. They were playing as like peasants, and they had to deal with the rat infestation.
Oh yeah.
But they were just actual normal rats, and
yes.
they just kept killing everyone.
Those are just the ones that I was there for, but he was infamous for his bad luck even before I joined the group. Anyone else had a player who just can't catch a break?
There is always one.
I know.
The one person I came across that I think is hyper lucky was he was in Stugok from our Line of the Frostmaiden game.
Yeah.
The amount of the FLUBBIN nat 20s that he got was just like, okay, he was playing an assassin rogue, so you know.
Yeah.
He's going to get the FLUBBIN criticals, very often. But I mean, it was like, no, but it was unreal. Like, I was like, it was getting to the point where I felt like, right,
you had a bottomless rolls.
Yeah, exactly. I really did feel like, mate, your rolls seem a bit too good for my liking, but I suppose that happens in reverse as well.
Yeah. In a game where everyone, including the DM, rolls their dice behind screens and fudges the rolls to their benefit, what game is this?
I've never come across where everyone's able to do it.
Playing a lawful good Greek hoplite and states that I will roll all my dice out in the open, where the gods can see. At start of the game, we have to cross a fast-moving river. My character fails 4 successive strength rolls to ford the river, then fails 2 contests, so dies of drowning. Everyone is shocked and all, "Why didn't you fudge the roll, dude? You died." I point out that the dice are there for a reason. Either roll them and live the results, or don't bother rolling them at all.
I feel like
it kind of defeats the... Well, I get why DMs would fudge the roll now and again for the story. I get that. But for the players to have... That's the whole point in the game. You don't know what's going to happen. That like literally the dice tell the story.
Yeah, I feel like you may as well just be playing... Like, it may as well be a cooperative story time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even bother with character sheets or anything really at that point.
It doesn't make sense to play a game like that.
Yeah.
Why do you play with cheats? Be me. Human thief disarming some traps in an old catacomb. Roll 1. Everyone at the table gasps. They all go apeshit screaming, "Whoa! I critical fail!" Wow! They flip out the table and chairs. Fat chick in the grip grabs my head, pushes it into her ass, and farts.
FLUBBIN nat 20. Honestly, that feels like every... What is it? I don't know. Has it always been the case, guys? Because I'm not sure. I've only really noticed it in the past few years, where the FLUBBIN nat 20s and the nat 1s turned into like hyper memes,
I think because it was so played on, though.
Yeah, it has
Especially on TG.
No, I don't even think. No, God, it's far worse for it. God, it is far worse for got me 20. I can do anything I want. You know,
TG can be bad for it too.
Yeah, they can be. They try to make it out. It's like no, but you know how it is, hyper contrarians and all that jazz. But 4chan in general is bad for the. Yeah. No, I'm a contrarian. You see, you know who I imagine. I'm not taking.
I know who you're going to say.
Who I imagine writes a lot of posts is TJ the Amazing.
Yes, I knew you were going to say TJ.
Sometimes I feel like, because I used to be a bit like, don't judge me, guys.
Both of us used to be quite big.
Yeah,
we used
to really enjoy Drunken Peasants, and I really enjoyed his videos and whatnot. And I thought he had some really good points. I don't know, he's fallen off the deep end recently.
He's too fucking woke.
Yeah, he has. But I do feel like sometimes it's like contrarian for the sake of being a contrarian. Fuck, I can't say it.
Yeah. Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I once got asked why do I even keep playing games if my luck is shit after a game where I succeeded in one check in combat, and in the exploration scene I rolled 2 ones back to back. Also, in the final battle of the chapter, I rolled 1 on initiative, so I went last despite a rather big bonus, then got hit by an enemy that had a rather small chance as I was quite tanky. Full plate and a duelist bonus. Then got hit with powerless and failed a check. Incapacitation effect of a lower level enemy, so I needed to roll 1 for a fail, and I did. So I lost my first turn, then missed both attacks on my second turn despite a big bonus. Fighter, flanking and buff from a bard. Finally hit on my third turn, once, missed the press. And then the fight ended before my turn arrived due to shite initiative. Rather disappointing. I then went to min-max my next character even harder to make up for shit luck. Which isn't easy with my autistic aversion to abilities with limited uses. Last time I played as a caster, it was 5th edition, and I haven't cast a single spell that wasn't a ritual or a cantrip.
Yeah, I feel you. You know, that's what I feel like a lot of the time. Especially, like, sometimes I feel like whenever I'm building a character, I feel like, am I min-maxing? Am I putting in these stats and these spells not because I feel like it fits the character, but because it's objectively the best thing to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I have a hard time grappling with that to make sure that I like to think like, no, I'm not gonna put that in because I feel like that doesn't really fit with what my character have in mind. They would be using this instead.
Yeah.
Even if the numbers are correct. Yeah. Like, you know, that's the way I should be.
I think a lot of people play like that though, and they think the same as you, because I think people try to put too much into their character. Rather than going with what their character would do. Yeah.
But again, like, that's why
they try and up their stats before they think about, well, it doesn't really fit my storyline.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for me to have taken that route instead of that route. But again, like, you know, also it's a game of luck essentially, and all you can do is improve your chances. Yeah. You know?
Psst. Hey, lean in closer. This is fucking ASMR channel now. You know what's pretty fucking based? Titties. Go see titties. Lots of titties.
All the titties.
Go over to the website, check out all the models. You guys know the score. We have some really nice looking models over there. And we have a lot of...
sci-fi gothic?
Yeah.
Let's call them sci-fi gothic.
And if models isn't your shit, we have loads of subclasses and we keep adding them every other week or so. We add a lot.
We got a lot.
Look, we've got big brains. We add shit. But yes, go over to the website, check out everything. If you haven't subscribed, what the fuck you doing? Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell as well, and let's get back to the video. Every week we're going to be doing a giveaway of the new pinup model of the month, or if models isn't your thing, all of our homebrew content. If you want to be in with a chance to win the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe. That's it. Hit the subscribe button. That's it.
Do it now.
But last week's winner was this guy. Well done! Yay! Round of applause. Everybody stands up and claps. But enough of that, let's get back to the video. I always end up saying the wrong fucking one, so anytime from now on I say COC, it's Clash of Clans. Yeah. Be me, running a game of Clash of Clans. The players sneak up to the top of the hill in the middle of the night to witness a secret cult meeting. Cultists begin summoning a monster. The players start to leave so they aren't driven insane by seeing it. I have them make a stealth roll to sneak back down the hill. Everyone passes except for one player who rolls a 100. Her foot gets caught on a branch and she loudly falls down the hill, alerting the cultists and the monster who immediately surround and kill the players. In retrospect, maybe I was a bit harsh, but since natural 100s are so rare, I like to make the consequences pretty severe.
Honestly, 1 in 100 is a hard... I don't... You know, the thing is, I'm going to assume it is Call of Cthulhu, and Call of Cthulhu is notorious for people dying extremely quickly.
So, it's not... but to get a 100... I think you're done right.
I have a hard time arguing with that, you know?
One of my first characters ever wanted a really strong fighter who can burst down doors willy-nilly and don't want to power game. Decide to balance it out with retardation.
Why does everyone pick... It's like, you know what, I'm going to play a barbarian, but he's actually a retard guy.
And literally can't pronounce words, just... Fug, the 7-foot-tall, 3 intelligence, half-orc fighter.
How the fuck do you get... I'm pretty sure badgers have higher intelligence than that.
After I buy his starting equipment and actual useful adventuring items at character creation, I spend the rest of his gold on random shit. 3 belt pouches, a winter blanket, it's not winter, a loaf of bread, a hunk of cheese, 2 live chickens, 3 empty flasks, a flask of holy water, a vial of ink, a schwam, a flask of oil, a sheet of paper, you can't fucking read it, right?
What's the point in that?
A pound each of pepper, cinnamon and wheat, and an oil of magic weapon I planned on having him drink instead of applying to his weapon.
The problem is, like, 3 intelligence, you may as well be in a coma.
Yeah, like, my baby is more intelligent.
Unironically, yes.
And there's not a thought behind those eyes sometimes. Session 1, first encounter, is some goblins. Party spends 5-ish minutes planning on how to attack. Plans on pincer attack. Rest of the party splits up and hides in the bushes surrounding them. I figure they're just goblins, what could happen? Fug just stands there for a moment and thinks, then charges screaming into a group of goblins who's about to shit themselves. It's like 5-on-1 and he's doing fine. The rest of the party just watches the carnage from the bushes. Goblins start to retreat, but the slightly larger goblin in the back says something in goblin, none of us speak goblin, and charges at Fug. Rolls attack, 20. Roll to confirm the crit, 20. With a 20 confirm, he gets to roll on a D100 crit effect table. Gets the worst one. Ooh. Destroy body part. Me. Oh hey, I can use my physical body part die. What? Roll head, D10. This green manlet leaps into the air, smashes his morning star down on this 7-foot-tall, hulked out monster of a man, killing him instantly. After a moment of stunned silence from everyone, including the goblins rally, and it's a challenging battle for the rest of the party, who finally jump out of the bushes to help. After the battle, DM tells us what the goblin said before killing Fug. What's this? 0.00025% chance of that roll.
I mean, just because it's unlikely doesn't mean it won't happen. You know? Honestly, it's one of those, like, an intelligence of 3 is just hyper low. It's almost to the point where I don't know what else...
Are they even useful in any sense of the word? Yeah, they're strong, but do they know how to lift their arm?
Yeah, do they have much...
Do they know how to lift their arm? Do they know what a fight is?
I would put that borderline, honestly...
Do they even have anger emotion?
I would put it almost close to a lock. Not even joking. I would maybe...
Like, a slug would have more intelligence.
Yeah.
A slug knows what its duties are, knows what it's fucking doing.
I have a hard time even thinking of a sentient creature.
It's just a big fat toe.
Yeah,
it's just a big fat toe with arms.
I have a hard... Can you guys give us any examples of what 3 intelligence would actually be? Because I have a hard time thinking of something that's actually sentient and alive that is also...
strong and able to fight.
Also in that category. I have no idea.
Have things set up for guards to be trained to pick up on smaller sounds and will play them like actual guards and not fucking D&D rent-a-cops. Party decides to jimmy a window and slip in. Rogue fails a check and tumbles over the bookcase under the window. Mentally start fist pumping as they roll for the guard's own perception. Nat 1. Guard furrows his brows, but decides it's time for a foot patrol and starts to listlessly walk through the corridors towards the party. Party all pile into a room, making a fucking racket as they all constantly fail checks. Guard hears a bunch of noises and starts stepping towards the room with speed, calling out to his compatriots. Players all panic, blow out all the candles in a rush and start doing goofy shit like scrambling up onto the ceiling supports, hiding behind clothes on racks,
For fuck's sake.
and even shrinking up behind the door itself so they're hidden by the swing. Have them all roll stealth as I burst the guard in with his fellows. 4 guards fail to roll above a 9, 2 of which roll a bath. Party all smash their rolls, 3 of which are Nat's 20s. Asshole behind the door, Mr. Beans it, and barely as an inch or 2 spares the door swing into the room. 2 in the rafters are clinging for their lives. Their sweat drops plinking to the ground as the guards just out of their vision. Everyone else hiding in the wardrobe align their boots so they all look like they're neatly aligned in a dark room.
That's quite good. Actually, you know what?
That's good.
Yeah.
Guards give another guard shit for false alarm and begin arguing with him. Turns it into a personal spat as the guard is defending himself while above them the 2 party members are sweating bullets. Make them both roll a check and one fails. Roll to see if he lands on anyone. 19. Have him land on the guard who was defending himself. Decide to be fair and let the player roll to hit. The fucking asshole slips a natural 20 out and even I see it roll. Breathe out in pain as I try to save the guard and forgo damage for the chart. Roll a d20. Nat 1. Instant death. Face win.
Well, look. All I'm saying is to make what you should have done is everyone knows with the FLUBBIN NAT 20s and the HECKIN NAT 1s, what you need to do is so the guy falls from the rafter, right? But he falls ass first.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
His head goes up his ass.
Yeah, something like that.
Obviously.
I mean, like, you know, I would go for. Did any of you guys see that actually the other day? Not even joking. I'll need to find the news article. There was a guy, right? He went to hospital because he put a fucking mortar shell up his ass. I'm not making this up, Megan.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was a guy. It was like a.
Mate, mortar shells are massive.
Yeah, no. What he did was right. So I'll get the link. I'll post it to you. So what happened was the guy lives in somewhere in England and he's really big into metal detecting and he found some like unexploded artillery from World War II or whatever.
Stop it.
And yeah, he just he went to the hospital and he said what he said was he was out in the shed and he slipped.
Oh yeah, of
course. Yeah, it just went right up. You see, just went right up his asshole. You see,
of course.
I'll need to get.
Also, did anybody else hear about the weekend of Bernie's thing down in
Oh
south?
yes, yeah. That was good. Actually, yeah, tell the story.
2 fellas from an estate down in Ireland. They were taking his uncle. I think it was his uncle. To the post office to get his pension check to get money, but the uncle was dead and they were walking with him arm in arm, propping him up to the post office.
Did they not put sunglasses on him at all?
With a hat and stuff and brought him into the post office to get his money, and the post office worker was like, ring the button.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, like. So I think what this thread was more about was the epic Nat 20 moments.
Yes.
That's what it felt like, more not actual like misluck. But I suppose like everyone knows that one guy that comes to games and he just
trips on his way through the door.
No, you know what it is? It's like,
he has a 6-pack and it drops and it just fucking goes everywhere.
See whenever it's like, it's like it's coming to the end of like a combat round and it's his turn up next and you're really in a tight situation.
And you're like, oh, fuck.
And you're like, mate,
we're not going nowhere.
This is going to be over.
It's going to be a TPK.
Yeah, it's like when everything hinges on that one guy and everyone knows that one guy, it just doesn't seem to... Even if fundamentally there's nothing wrong with the character, it's just it's a struggle bus to do absolutely anything.
It's not even a struggle bus; they're driving it.
Yeah, there was a very interesting idea the Romans had about lucky people. They believed lucky people were blessed by gods. So, for instance, they were like Caesar. For instance, they believed that the reason why he could do so much of the stuff that he did do was because he was just a lucky guy. Mm-hmm. He was just blessed by the gods, and they actually kind of give up on the whole thing. I believe the only reason why they killed him was because Mark Anthony was kind of rubbing their noses in it a wee bit, and I think that's what really got them sick of the thing.
Yeah.
I think they would have... It's like, okay, because the whole idea was, okay, if I'm going to have to bow down to Caesar, I suppose at least he's a pretty Greek guy. You know what I mean? He's pretty evil, but like I'm not doing that with this dickhead over here, and I think that's kind of what
turned them against.
Yeah. I that's what I believe personally. What do you guys think? Do you guys believe in luck at all? I don't know. I think there might be. I know a few boys that are just fucking unlucky in life.
Well, I don't know. I don't believe in luck per se, but I just think some days you have really good vibes around you, and then other days you're just...
What am I doing with my life? I've fucked it up so badly. But yeah, look, guys.
Let us know about your most unluckiest moments at the table, or unlucky players at your table.
You know what? I'll tell you my luckiest time. The time you tried to fuck me into a sphere of annihilation, and we didn't know it was a sphere of annihilation. That was kind of lucky on my end.
I did roll to see if I could grab your deck and put it in you.
Yeah, well, you know, look. And you know the thing is, you guys all laugh. You guys are like, James, he's such a horrible guy. You know, he always does stupid shit. He goes, Megan's just as bad as me.
And that's why we're married.
Look, anyway, look, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. As always, you know, check out
the links down below, the models, the subclasses, all that good shit. Hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a video. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye!
All those moments lost in time.